Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. I decided rather than shooting everything from the new bench, I like this angle better. It's like there's cooler stuff in the background in my Greshner. So, word of advice, do not drop your weed whacker. It tends to break the spark plug off. So I gotta go to Lowe's someplace and get another spark plug. Yeah, this is going to be more of a pain for me because you get all the cars driving by, plus I got to boost the audio. But alright, for this video, I'm not actually going to show work, I'm sorry, but I'm going to take you over to the new bench and show you a couple of things here coming up. But the key is I'm going to show an idea of something that I've been working on. And you don't really need to see me turning and spinning. You've seen all that stuff, but I want you to see this idea on how to make like your do-it-yourself Noga Arm custom for the mini lathe. So let's take you over to the new bench and show you what's going on. Alright, let's see how this works. Thing's getting some bumps in it from getting kicked around. I'm still looking for a nice desk mat, but I decided, I've got this scrap piece of wool. Put this on there and it's not moving either. So I have a feeling I'm just going to cut this and leave it here. It's kind of nice, to work on, especially for the electrical station. Keep things from getting marked up and stuff. So, alright, I'm at the new workstation, the electrical workstation. Oh yeah, let's try this guy. We got a light. Whoa, nice. Yeah, now you can definitely see the creases. Alright, I gotta get the wife to iron this. Probably she's gonna make me iron it, but okay. So I got my whiteboard up there with my cheat sheet. Okay, first up is just a comment. One of my older videos, done a long time ago, I was rebuilding the Harbor Freight Arbor Press, and somebody was watching that and made the comment, oh, there's dust all over this thing. Yeesh. I need a brush over here at this station. I'm starting to duplicate stuff. Didn't I put a brush over here? Yeah, I did. Oh, nice. Okay. Somebody left a comment on that video that, you know how the handle cranks, but inevitably when you're trying to do something, it's at the worst possible angle. So he said on that ram, you see the teeth that go all the way down it. He removed the top tooth, which allowed him, top or the bottom, I'm not sure, I have to think about it myself, but he removed one of the teeth so that he could spin the gear on the handle to a position where when he was going to crank down, it was at the best mechanical advantage, and I thought that was a fantastic idea. Boy, is this guy getting dirty. But that's just food for a thought. Next, radios. I had shown this scanner, and boy, this guy's getting scratched up somehow, and I keep trying to protect it. I showed this guy, which, I never did give the model number. It's the PSR 800 by Graycom. So, yeah, it scans everything, major databases, so whatever city you're in, you can program it through your computer for fire, police, emergency, military. It just goes on and on. This isn't the stock antenna, by the way. This is a ham radio outlet one that I purchased that covers a pretty good broad spectrum. Who is this? Anyway, Diamonds RH519. So, early days I had bought, this was one of my first ham radios here, and I love this guy. I actually had the headset and mic for it that plugged in there, and it was on Vox, so you just talk and stuff. We used to go on a houseboat and do all kinds of stuff. It was great for that, and this covers a lot of frequencies. This is a dual bander, so it does 2 meter and 70 centimeter. Picks up a lot of other stuff. You got VFOs, so you can get into any, with all the bands too. What's locked? while since I've been playing with this guy. It should be able to go through different bands here, but oh, it's probably VFO. Yep, there we go. 38, 46, 400, 800, 156, yeah. So a ton of bands on this guy, and you can set all kinds of junk up. After this radio, though, I mean, they keep getting smaller and smaller. This is about as cool as you can get. This is smaller than a pack of cigarettes. I don't have a pack of cigarettes over here, but I mean, compared to this big thing, a lot of day and night difference, and a lot of power too. This finally charged this guy yet. There we go. 4.0. Yeah, battery's got it. This is Palomar Mountain. This mountain's about 40-50 miles away, and I should be able to hit it. Oops. Come on. Alright. Now I messed it up. Act 1, UHF, TV, Act FM, radio, all kinds of stuff, FM, air. And I lost ArcNet. Oh well, this is not a good demonstration, but this radio could easily hit a repeater that's 40-50 miles away on a mountain and communicate with it. How the heck do you do the bands again? Come on. No. Nope, that's jumping past kilohertz. Volume squelch. There we go. Palomar arc. There it is. Nothing but there you go. And it just identified itself. But I'm in the shop. The garage doors are closed. They're all steel. So to be able to hit stuff like that. Well. Alright, power that down for now. But that's just a little bit on some of the craziness in ham radios and communications. You can go all over the place with that. What's up next? This guy. My daughter's car is getting low on refrigerant, and so I bought R134A, is what's in most of the cars nowadays, and it's got a nice little gauge that's scratched too already. But it's nice because it gives you the temperature. You can swing it around to what the temperature is, ambient, and then you know where you're supposed to be on the low pressure side, and you just hit this and it goes. Really nice, 30 bucks. AutoZone's got it on sale, so if you guys want to top off your system during this nationwide heat wave, go for it. It's really easy to do. It just clamps straight on, you just pull it and on. Make sure you have your air conditioning running before you attach this, because I forgot about it. And you can see the dial, it's already bent. It's stuck on 9-10 pounds PSI because I put it on before the air conditioning was running and the pressure was really high, so it like spun the needle. Okay, somebody's calling. But I had also I had the original R22 gauge set from a long time ago, and it would be nice to be able to use my nice precision gauges. And so where's the adapters? Yeah, I discovered that on Amazon, 10 bucks. They were selling the eyesight, which is the cool blue, and high pressure red, low pressure cool. They sell the adapters, so I can stick those things straight onto this guy, and I can start using my gauges again for the new refrigerants that they're using. I had looked at this too, and it's like, wait a minute, this collar should be all the way down to engage the ball bearings. So I was thinking this was defective, and I started looking at pictures of all the different ones on Amazon, and they all show this little ring exposed. So I was messing with it, and I just took a piece of metal and I shoved it in there, and when this is attached, this comes down. So they are correct and they should work. I haven't tried them yet. As soon as my daughter shows up, I'll be able to do it. But you know, these are $10 or less or something, so I mean, they're nice. Brass, heavy duty, well machined. I'm looking at all the pieces in there going, yep, definitely nice. So if you guys want to get that AutoZone thing and top your car off, because I did top the BMW off and it's really cold inside. Is what they had, some synthetic booster. I mean, synthetic AC booster, whatever that is, with Sub-Zero. I don't know. Improves gas mileage, extends compressor life, stops leaks. So they got a stop leak in here. And I was surprised it didn't take much. It was just a couple of little squirts. And that's a 2001, so you're talking 15 years, and nothing really leaked out of the air conditioning system, just a teeny bit over time. Alright, so now, next up, I had bought this guy, and still trying to figure out what to do with it, and finally, I started, I want to make another one of these. And what always gets me is that this is always too long. If you're on a full-size lathe, this is probably perfect. It might even be a little too short. But I'm always trying to, get the magnetic base as far away as I can, because you're way out here with the dial indicator or the test indicator mainly used. So I was thinking, I want to make something where it's short, it's specifically for the mini lathe, and it's just one arm with the indicator, and you put it on that metal piece that protects chips from getting on the lead screw, and it goes up against the bed, and then you just tilt it down, and it should be the perfect height for the test gauge to do run out. So I was thinking, I don't know if I can find these balls or what to do it with, since it's geared for that. So I was looking at, where's this other thing? Yeah, Don sent me. Yeah, this guy and the mechanisms, thinking, okay, I can probably make, I could make something like that, but it's still, I need the ball things. And I don't really have the capability of making balls. I've seen all the gadgets that everybody machines where they can just curve it. I never got into making one of those, but what I did was searching the internet, Google, for something like that. I stumbled across the correct words. It's called pivot ball. And Amazon had a bunch of them, and here's the guys. I saw this on Amazon, but I had no idea what the size was, and I actually posted a comment or question on it, what's the size? And somebody came back, it obviously wasn't the manufacturer, it was the distributor, and he said, I'm sorry, but we don't have that information. It's like, come on, pull one on the stock. Give me an approximate. Is this 1/8 inch, 1 inch, what? So I figured for $7, let me take a chance. Here's the company, TRAXXAS. It's the 4933, and they're like the perfect size. They're pretty close to this, but I'm going to be building a single smaller. What size are they anyway? I think they were close to 1/2 inch. 0.428. So it's like perfect. I can make something, and the kick was 5mm. Guess what, guys? How lucky is this? 5mm goes right in there. So, alright, let's start trying to make the arm. I'm going to make a lower arm here, and this will just, get rid of 3 of them. Oh yeah, they come in these little cups too, but I'm not going to use that. I don't think so. There's 4 cups. Let me throw those to the side. So what I did was, alright, I gotta make that part. That shouldn't be that hard. So there's a piece of 5/8, spun the outside, faced it off here, drilled it to some depth, because I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I didn't know how deep to do it. And then bored out so that it just fits this. I put a gauge pin in there so I knew, I calipered this and came up with a gauge pin, so I kept increasing gauge pins until I was right on it. So there's maybe 1,000, 2,000 play in there. but I got it. So, alright, so I've got that now. Then, put it in the mill, just go bzz, bzz, to an approximate size. I know this goes in further. Alright, so now I've got that basic part done. Cut it off. What else did I do here? Alright, then, oh yeah, I had taken, before I cut it off, this was a piece of 1/2 inch, and I machined it until that just fit in there perfectly, again using the gauge pin. So now I've got that piece. This was over here in the chuck, spinning, well, I had it in further, and then spinning just some section of it till I had it, then bring it out, and then I took this down, and this is just, I should give some numbers here so you guys, 0.096. This guy was 0.386, and this guy is 0.429 in this width here, because this guy is what, 0.175, and I just made this thing pretty big for movement. Yeah, 0.225. So what did I, okay, then I took it out further, and then I just turned a length down to a smaller diameter, and then I cut it off, turned it around, drilled it out, and then bored it so this just fit in there. Alright, so now I've got this part, yay, and this goes in there. Then I took a drill bit, ran it all the way, ran it in as far as I could, flipped it over, ran it in all as far as I could, and it lined up really pretty good when I looked down in there. I'm surprised. Ball driver, I think it was a 3/8, just kind of went into a depth. Then after putting it together, I realized that I wasn't deep enough with the slot, so I had to put this back. This went back in the lathe, and then I bored it, that little shelf down in there. I don't know if you can see it. Little shelf went deeper. I had the seat of my pants again. Just bore it. Does it fit? Bore it. Does it fit? So now I've got it. Alright. So cool. Now I've got this part. I'll probably have to make something that'll clean this up. And I'll probably just put a heavy chamfer on this to make it look good, but there it is. Moves all over the place. Nice. Next is, I haven't done it yet, just been kind of brainstorming it. I do have this guy. Came off of, I don't know what, some kid's toy. You can tell by this cap. Maybe it was a tricycle or something, but it just happens to fit. I picked the drill bit by random. What luck is that, you know? So, okay, I've got this piece, and I'll cup this, you know, clean, chamfer the edge, and probably run the ball driver in it. The problem is, though, with this flat spot, if it becomes a problem trying to clamp, I was thinking I can just saw this off. Well, I'll put this in a V-block first, drill and tap it out for the 5mm, put a screw in there, and then I can turn it over, saw that off, and I should be able to file that into a nice ball. And now I'll have a nice round piece for this end here. Well, that's kind of cool. Oh man, that fits in there perfect. Look at that. There is like no movement in that. Alright, so I'll have a nice ball surface for this rod to clamp on. So I have this cupped, and then I can easily cut this to the right length and cut the angle in there for the piece to pull it in. But then I'm thinking 5/8. Alright, so now all I need to do is clean that up, clean up the outside. I need to flatten this piece here. No, I'm going to drill this out and bore it on the end mill, so I'm going to use that boring head that I've got. So this slides in slightly, and it won't move, and it can spin and stuff. Then I'll build, where'd the holder go? There it is. I'll have to make another one of these guys that, and I'll probably have to flatten out the edge and drill and tap it so that that goes in there. And then I've got to cut this off, bore it out or drill it out, and then make the little rod that comes in here that's threaded that'll catch this guy at the angle and crunch it down. So I've still got to build this part and I may have to rebuild this, but the key is you can get these things. Because I was thinking, you know, somebody has to be making this in the hobby world or something. So once you tune into Pivot Ball, they all show up, but nobody's got sizes on them. So that's this guy so far. And yeah, sorry Don, I was starting to make these guys, and then I all of a sudden started thinking about this. So these need to be finished. I need to make 2 more. This is my truck one. So I just had it out for sizing and all that. So soon, when I finish this guy, I'll get back onto this for the back of your RV. Alright guys, well that's it for this episode. Hopefully in the next video I'll be done with this and I can actually show you guys how it came out. So thanks for watching.